hope the camera's working correctly. Type yes if you can hear me okay. There's a bit of the delay, but I'll be able to see your comments. Hope everybody's doing well. Let me just give people a few seconds to get in. Okay, good. Let's see. All right. So I got my comments ready to go. Okay. So, if you don't know me, my name is Howie Simeon, and I help people get permanent tennis elbow relief, but it's not how you might think. But before we get started, if you're really serious about getting tennis elbow relief, go to TennisElbow.com. Again, that's TennisElbow.com. So clients come to me because they want to get rid of their tennis elbow pain. And even though they've tried everything out there for their nagging pain, they tell me that they're only getting temporary relief, temporary benefits at best. And sometimes their pain actually worsens, which just makes it even harder. They tell me it makes them feel powerless and frustrated. You spend all this money trying time and money, trying these many things. It makes you wonder if there's something much easier and straightforward that you could follow. Lots of people go through this, and I can totally relate. I don't know about you. I spent about $1,000 and about a few years of suffering before I figured out basically the key to tennis elbow relief. So I tried shock therapies, injections, all these ineffective straps. Some of them, the kind we have, does provide some relief, but basically I was using a lot of ineffective straps, and I wasn't getting to the root cause of the problem, and continued to be miserable. So if you're in any tennis elbow groups, or you've looked online or looked at forums, you're flooded with messages and posts saying that way doesn't work, and now there's a new thing that works better, and it just goes on and on. And basically it's just a bunch of gimmicks. I mean, I hate to say that because I think some of them can give temporary relief, but at the end of the day, you want permanent relief and you want to get to the root cause. So if that sounds familiar, all the different things you've had to do to get to basically you haven't gotten any answers. I get it, I've been there. So here's what I tell clients. So there's one thing that always works, and that's to always focus on the upstream reasons for your tennis elbow pain, or the root cause. And it's not just like stretches and exercises, those are important as well, but specifically I'm talking about shoulder, neck, and basically upper back issues. By the way, keep going. If you're really serious about getting tennis elbow relief, go to TennisElbow.com, and we guide people through live support by me and Dr. Jen Diamond Hardesty. And if you don't like what we have, we'll refund all your money within 120 days. So let me tell you a story of how addressing upstream issues can be the best thing you do. I saw an article this weekend where a doctor was recounting how his former patient, she suffered from severe chronic headaches, and her interaction with the healthcare system basically resulted in a bunch of inconclusive medical tests. And she had one really expensive visit to the emergency room, and still she had no answers to the cause of her headaches, not an ultimate solution or anything like that. But this doctor she saw was different. He took another approach. So instead of basically giving her more tests, this doctor, he used a questionnaire. He identified risk factors in her daily life. So he discovered a patient was exposed to mold and cockroach allergens, yuck, in her apartment that could be the cause of her health issues. So this was a process. It wasn't just like she clicked it and it happened. But through a lot of inquiry and asking questions, that's what he figured out. So then instead of getting more medical tests, like I said before, she basically was was referred to a tenant rights group, basically to talk to her landlord. Her landlord took it seriously, fortunately, and so that was addressed quite quickly. And she also received a follow-up visit from a community health worker from the same practice to make sure she was getting the support she needed in addressing the issue. So basically, she got live support. That's something that we think is important as well. So in 3 months, basically, this patient was feeling better and her headaches fully subsided. So main point here, the main thing is to always look at upstream causes of your tennis elbow. And the one thing that's always really helpful is to know is if you have a history of neck and shoulder pain. And I surely did. I was lucky enough that, I was able to take a long enough break. For me, it was tennis. And it basically relieved a lot of my neck and shoulder pain, which got basically released the pain downstream into my elbow area. So, by the way, before I forget, if you want a deeper dive in what we call the upstream release method, you can go to TennisElbow.com. So, thank you all for watching today. Let me see how many people are watching. So, yeah, there's 2 people. That's actually 2 more than I expected. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. If I can't get to your comments on this live stream, I'll make sure to address them. I'll answer you after the call, but this is a real live stream, just so you know. So if you have any questions, I'll just give you guys a few seconds if you're have anything. So again, feel free to leave a comment even after I'm done, and either myself or Dr. Jen will talk to you and answer all your questions. So I think that's about it. So I'm gonna say going once, going twice, going 3. All right. Thank you, everybody. See you.